Hey there, I'm John Ortiz, and I'm the technology sales manager here at MiaRec. So, if your contact center is still manually evaluating calls, then this video is definitely for you. So, MiaRec is very proud to announce that we have added generative AI powered auto call scoring to our platform. This groundbreaking new technology, it's going to revolutionize the way that we manage our contact center agents. You see, most contact centers, they're still manually evaluating calls, which one, it takes forever, and two, it only gives you visibility into, at best, I'd say about 5% of your call volume. So with MiaRec's Gen AI auto call scoring, 100% of your calls are going to be automatically evaluated and scored with unparalleled precision. Now, how does it do this, you might ask? Well, because the generative AI model, it understands the context within the conversations, it's able to provide you with contextually relevant answers and insights. And the best part is that in order to use this awesome feature, there's zero configuration required by the end user. So you don't need a team of data analysts or AI engineers to use it. So today I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of our new Gen AI auto call scoring. And by the end of this video, you'll know what it is, how it works, and just how beneficial it can be for your contact center. So let's dive in. All right, so the first step in using MiaRec's generative AI auto call scoring is you need to construct a scorecard. So to do that, you can simply navigate to the QA tab here and then to the form designer section. So what we're looking at here is a generative AI scorecard example. So I'll walk you through this so you can get a better understanding of how this works. So just like any other scorecard, all you need to do is add in sections, and then under each section, you add in questions. And you can do that by clicking add section and then add question to each section. Now let's take a look at one of the questions so you can see how those are constructed. So we'll look at this one. Did the agent greet the customer in a friendly and professional manner? So to build a question, all you need to do literally is type out your question here. That's step one, right? And then you need to assign it to the AI assistant, right? That's what's going to allow that question to be scored by the generative AI, right? And then you can choose how you want it displayed, the answer choices, and really important is that you give the correct answer a point value. So in this section or this question, looks like we gave this one 10 points, right? And another way too that you can adjust the weight or the scoring is this weight section here. If you'd like to adjust that, say if you put this as 2, then this question would be worth 20 points. But if you want to make it easy, the best way is just to use the point value here, right? And then you can choose the order that you want to have this question in that particular section. Now, one thing that's really, really important to note, like I mentioned earlier, there's no configuration required by the end user. So what I mean by that is this. So we have had auto call scoring in our platform before, but there was a lot of configuration required by the end user because not only did you have to craft this question here, but for each question, you had to craft a really complicated syntax or query expression to go along with it. And what that would do is it would search the transcript for match criteria to determine if that question was either a yes or a no. All right, so really complicated stuff. And in that case, you probably would need a team of engineers or AI people to kind of help you with that. But that's no longer the case. Now that we have generative AI auto call scoring, all you need to do is simply craft the question, right? And that's the beauty of it, right? And once you're done building out your questions, right, for each section, you're good to go. You can let that scorecard go to work. Now, a couple other things that are really important to note. One, you can have as many scorecards as you'd like. So if you have different departments within your contact center, say sales or customer service, you could have different scorecards for each one of those departments. And another thing important too is you can assign these scorecards to subsets of calls. So for example, let's say I build this scorecard for my sales department, have that scorecard run against your sales calls. And then, same thing with the customer service scorecard, have that run against your customer service calls. But that's pretty much it. All you need to do, again, craft the scorecard, build the questions, and then let it go to work. So now what I want to show you is an example of this scorecard going to work on a call. So let's go take a look at that. Okay, so this is the fun part. So this is the part that should blow your mind, and this is the part that will make the QA managers very happy, because after you watch this or they watch this, they'll realize that they don't have to manually listen to and score calls anymore. So let's take a look. So What we're looking at here is a completed evaluation form that's obviously been completed by the MiaRec generative AI powered auto call scoring. Right, so it looks like it's an evaluation report for an agent named Eric Rosales. So you can see the recording here, right? You see the evaluation total score. And I'll note that this 66 is a 66%, right? You can see all the questions and the answers here. And then you can see the transcript, right? So also really important to note that all of this analysis is based off of this transcript. So the generative AI is searching through this transcript to see if we've got these questions correct or not, right? So what I want to do here is just go through a couple of questions so we can verify the accuracy of this tool, right? So let's look at this section, greeting and opening. All right, so we'll start with this question. Did the agent greet the customer in a friendly and professional manner? So it looks like the generative AI said yes, right? So let's scan the transcript to confirm. So right at the beginning of the call, it looks like the agent says, "Hi, thank you for calling Acme Services." So they did do that. So the Gen AI got that one correct. Next question. Did the agent ask the customer's name and zip code? Let's look at the transcript. Second sentence, can I get your last name and zip code, please? So they got that one correct. So the Gen AI is 2 for 2 so far. Next one, did the agent verify the customer's email address? So let's look again. And here it is. So, and just to confirm the email address on your account, I have mdelgado1979@gmail.com. Is that correct? So again, generative AI is correct. And last one we'll look at, did the agent ask the customer if they are interested in receiving free promotions and offers? So Gen AI says yes. Let's see. And yeah, here it is. So would you be interested in receiving our free promotions and offers through email and text messaging? So there it is. I mean, you can see how accurate this tool is. And I can almost guarantee you that if we went through every single one of these questions, they would all be correct. So the tool is amazing, right? So you can see now you really don't have to go and listen to your calls and score them manually, right? This is going to do it for you automatically and with extreme precision. Now, another thing that's super important and awesome that I haven't covered yet. So you'll notice that every one of these answers or questions has a little drop down here. So when you click on that, you're going to see the MiaRec AI assistant. So what this is doing is it's providing you with context. It's going to tell you specifically why any question was scored a yes or a no. All right. So let's take a look at some of these. So we'll use this first question as an example again. So did the agent greet the customer in a friendly and professional manner? So if you look at the AI assistant, it says yes, the agent greeted the customer in a friendly and professional manner by saying, "Hi, thank you for calling Acme Services." All right. So really cool. So again, you don't have to listen to the call. You can just look at the question and the answer and then look at the AI assistant for context. Now let's look at another one. Let's maybe look at one where the agent didn't get their question correct. So we'll look at this section, professionalism and call handling. So this question reads, did the agent actively listen to the customer's concerns and answer all the customer's questions without the customer needing to repeat themselves? So it looks like the generative AI said no on this one. Now let's find out why. So to find out why, click here, and then the AI assistant tells you, no, the agent did not actively listen to all of the customer's concerns and did not answer all of their questions without needing repetition. The customer had to repeat their request for a refund multiple times before it was addressed properly by offering a partial refund after consulting with the manager. So really in-depth analysis and context that it gives you right there, right? So again, you can see how you don't need to listen to the call. You don't need to even scan the transcript for any type of context. You have it all right here and it's done for you automatically. All right, so again, amazing precision, done automatically for you. And obviously this is happening on every single call, right? So unlike manual scoring where you're getting maybe 1 to 5% of your calls evaluated, we're getting 100% of our call volume scored here. So with that, MiaRec provides you with the QA dashboard. And on the QA dashboard, that's where you're going to get to see an aggregation of all this data, right? So you can see how all of your agents are performing across these different scorecards. So let's go check that out next so you can see what that looks like. Okay, so last portion of the demo here, we're going to take a look at the MiaRec QA dashboard. So this is the part that is very helpful, especially for QA managers or leadership, right? Because you're getting full and complete visibility into agent performance, with regard to the scorecards and the QA, right? Because again, before with manual scoring, you get only 1 to 5% of calls scored, right? So you can't see anywhere near to like a full or clear picture of how the agents are performing with regard to the scoring, right? Now, in this case, because you have the generative AI auto call scoring, now you have this dashboard that shows you 100% of your agents' calls and how they're scored, which is extremely useful data, right? You can identify, which agents are your top performers. You can see easily, and more importantly, which agents are your bottom performers, so you know how to target your coaching, right? So let's take a look at this dashboard. And what we're going to do is I'm going to start from the highest kind of global view of it, and then we're going to go down to the most granular view of it. All right. So by clicking on the QA tab here, you'll bring yourself to the MiaRec QA dashboard. Now, the data that's pulled up in any dashboard in MiaRec is all based off a specified time range, right? So you can edit this by just clicking into here, and there's some preset ones, or you can customize it yourself, right? So once you have your date range set, then the data is going to pull up. Now, in the QA dashboard, what you're seeing here is the total number of evaluations completed over that time range, how many different forms or scorecards you're using, and then the average score of all of them. And then below that, you're getting a visual representation of the scores broken down on a daily basis, right? So this will help you easily identify if there's, any specific days where your agents aren't doing that well, right? Probably Mondays. But anyway, below that, now you can see the data is broken down by different form and then broken down by different group. So you can see the total number of evaluations completed by form or by scorecard, and then the average score of those. Or you can see it again, same thing with the group. How many evaluations are being completed on each group, like, customer service, sales, on and on. And then the average score of each of those. Right. And that's super helpful because, again, if you have, different scorecards for different sections, say like sales and customer service, you can see the average score of each of those. So you can easily identify, if one of your, departments is not doing well. And then if you have it broken down into different groups, same thing, right? You can see in this case, it's administrators, claims and warranty, dealer support, customer care, right? You can see how many evaluations are being completed for each group and then the average score. Right. So easily by looking at this, I can see here that my home office group is the one that needs some work. So I would definitely target them first to see why their scores are so much lower than average comparative to the other group. Now, another couple things that are important to note here and really, really helpful is that every MiaRec QA dashboard, or every dashboard rather, has trend analysis available. So if you select this box here that says compare against previous period and then hit search, now you're going to get trend analysis based off the previous period, right? So, for example, if I have this time range set to a week, whenever I hit this, I'll look at the trend analysis compared to the last week, right? If I have a month selected, then it'll compare to the month prior, right? So what this does is it gives me the ability to see if my agents are trending in the right or the wrong directions, my agents or my groups, departments, whatever, right? So after you're giving the coaching to these agents or groups, you would hope to see that it's trending upward in the right direction, right? So you can easily identify if your agents or your contact center is responding well to your coaching or not. So super helpful tool. And then another thing that's available here is some filtering capability. So if you do want to filter out calls, say maybe by duration, if you want to just listen or see the representation of calls that are longer than 5 minutes or so, you can do that. If you want to look for, call direction for just calls that are inbound or outbound, you can do that. Specific agents, whatever. You have the ability to filter all those calls out to have that reflect on the dashboard. And that's available on all the dashboards. All right. Now, this, again, like I mentioned, is the highest global view. So let's click into one of these. You can either click into the forms or the groups. Let's check out the forms to see what a more granular view of this looks like. So if you click into this auto scorecard, so again, similar to the last dashboard, it's pulling up data on a specified time range, but you get a little bit of a different look here, right? So you can see based on this scorecard, there's been 82 completed evaluations and then the average score of all of those evaluations. But what's present here that wasn't present in the last dashboard that is extremely helpful is that it gives you an average score broken down by section of the scorecard. right? So much more granular. So now you can easily identify, not just that the agents are performing, poorly on the scorecard, but exactly where in the scorecard they're not doing well, right? So again, if you look at this one really quick, you can easily spot that my agents are really struggling with the verification section. So again, helpful for targeted coaching, right? And we scroll down here. Now, if we click into any of these groups, we're going to get more granular. So let's check that out. Let's check out maybe the performance center. So by clicking in here, you'll see it looks really similar to the last dashboard. You can see over this specified time range, there's been 29 completed evaluations, the average score, and then the average score broken down by section, right? So, similar to the last one, it's showing that the verification section we're struggling. But what's really, really helpful with this view of the dashboard is that you can see the scores broken down on a per user basis, right? So now you can easily identify who the problem agents are, right? So quickly looking at this, I can see here that Carrie Ramirez is really struggling compared to the group, right? So you'd want to focus your coaching on her. So that's basically it. That is the QA dashboard. That is the MiaRec's generative AI auto call scoring, kind of in a quick demo. So I hope this showed you just how powerful this feature is, how much time it can save you, how much visibility it can give you into all of your agents' performance, right? So yeah, thank you so much for watching the demo. We appreciate it. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. All right.